Where will you go after you leave your body? Will you ever come back on planet Earth?
If I come back, I must go. And if I go, I must come back. Therefore, the truth is, neither I came nor I go. And this is the truth. Who goes? Who comes? You speak of the body, not your own self. The self doesn't come, doesn't go. Why should you go anywhere? What will you do going from here to somewhere else? He is not a businessman. Everything is included in the self. Why should you go? The king does not desire, I want to buy that house, that apartment, that place. Why? Because whole kingdom belongs to him. The king has no desire to acquire any property. All property belongs to him. Therefore, when you will become a king, you will have no desire to go anywhere. Just a clap of the hand, it is fulfilled. Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome to Satsang. Fear of death and how to get rid of it. All men and animals are afraid of death. Everybody is afraid of death. And whosoever is afraid of death cannot avoid his next birth. And if you remove this fear, you cannot have the next birth either. That means you become liberated while yet alive. Otherwise, this cycle of transmigration is not going to end. We are here because we have not done our job properly, which has brought us here. The karma has not been finished. The desire, the longing for desire is hanging, therefore we are here. So let us make the best of it this time and not to return on this stage of suffering and misery once again. The best of all is close association with a realized teacher. It will remove the fear of death, because it will always tell you, he will always give you instruction, do not desire for anything that is changing. Always aspire for the changeless. Now we have to find out, every one of us desires what is changing, what we want, what we love from the childhood itself, that changes. Even our body, once upon a time, everybody was a child. It changes, became youth. Childhood has gone, it's become youth. Then old age. Youth is gone. But after old age, death and disease and suffering and death, and this will continue. So, if someone has discrimination, Siddhartha has done it by one trip outside of the palace, and he saw a man, sick man, a man who was old, a man who was dead, and he decided all this life is changing. How to find something which does not change, and he decided to be free of all this changeful world. Look at the world. Anywhere you go, everything is changing. Everything is changing. And we aspire for what that is changing itself. How can we have rest? How can we have peace? How can we have liberation? So we have to see, we have to find out what is changeless, immaculate, love, knowledge and bliss and existence within ourselves. Our body is changing and it will fade away someday. There is something through which we can see, we can smell, we can hear, we can taste, and we can move. What is that? Through which we see, through which we taste. What is it? Where does it rise from? What is it? That nobody knows. Only I am doing, I am seeing, I am looking, and then this look goes to something which is beautiful, object of beauty, and we get lost. So this is how it happens. So now you have to return at the source of where this changeless is seated in the cave of your heart. No one knows where is the cave of your heart. There abides the changeless, ever free, immortal, shining, through which the sun shines, through which the moon shines and the stars and the fire. That doesn't change, and you are that. But you don't believe it. You are so convinced that I am the body, and this is me, this is mine, and this is my relation, and this belongs to me, and I belong to so and so. So that is going to be the transmigratory cycle, what is called, endless, because you have given rise to it. Otherwise, this also doesn't exist. You have to question yourself, where does this rise from? And other one is constantly meditate on that, on yourself, waking and sleeping also. You will forget the fear of death, always meditating on the self, sitting, standing, walking, working, wherever you are. And if this breath leaves, or does not leave, that's not your problem, because you are in meditation. And in meditation, there is no fear of death. There is no fear of death at all, because you are engaged in meditation on the self, and you are meditating that which does not change. And second best could be to observe the prana. That of course I don't advise, because there are certain regularities, dietary instructions, changing of habits and environments too, and in these times it's very difficult for us to change our habits. And special diet also, very sattvic food is to be taken, otherwise that is also very effective, because the mind and the prana has the same source. If you control the prana, mind is controlled, and when you control the mind, prana is controlled. And that is the knot between changeless and the change, and you have to release this knot, and then the soul will be free from the concept of the body. This is how it has to be done. Few have done it, and others are in the process. Every one of us has to return home. We have to. We are only postponing because we are now engaged somewhere else. We have forgotten way home. How long we stand in the supermarket. The gates will be closed and you will surely repent. And we have repented last time also. And this is the result. We are very lucky to have this farm once again. There are millions and billions of farms, less than the human farm. Very small creatures, very small worms. We are blessed to be just 6 billion human beings. Among 6 billion, how many are they who have desired to be free and are here in satsang? You represent all the world, drawn from different countries. I don't think that you have heard from your parents this word, I want to be free. Your parents have not discussed with their children, my dear children, let us meditate. Let us find how to be free. Have your parents done so? Have your relations have done so? Have your society has done so? I don't think. You are the only one from your family, maybe from your state, maybe from your country. If you have a survey of country-wise, I think some of the countries are missing from Middle East. I don't find because they are not allowed. Some countries in the Middle East, they are not allowed to raise a voice, I want to be free. Someone did so and he was stoned to death, like Mansoor. He raised the voice, I want to be free. He was not allowed by the church. Church wants you to attend the church, that's all. The Christians also want you, and other religions also want you to attend the church. You will go to heaven. If you don't, to hell. And where is the religion that has no heaven and no hell and no fear? You take out the fear from the religion. Where is the religion? Fear of church, fear of commandments. There is no religion which leaves you free to be free. You have to obey the church, you have to obey the priest. Come to the church. If you don't, you will be transported to hell. That's all the fear imposed on you. You can't be liberated. Here is one religion, no religion at all. No man-made religion, no shepherd to herd the sheep. All the founders of the religions have been shepherds, shepherds to herd the sheep. Just you have been herded by the sheep. Don't be herded. You are lions. And lions have no lion herd, I believe. Wherever the lion goes, that is its track. If you walk on a treaded path, you are sheep, you see. So cut your own way for the first time and don't walk on what your teacher has told you. Teacher of the religions are preachers, they are not teachers. Anybody who tells you do this and do that is not a teacher, is a preacher. They have some interest in you and they become leaders to destroy you. So you first of all have to get rid of all those churchian mentality. Get free. You are here now for freedom. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of hell, heaven. They exist in your mind. No one has seen hell, no one has seen heaven. And that will be done after death. No one has seen heaven in the life, neither the hell. Hell is here. If you don't win freedom, here is the hell, because you are afraid of death. This is hell. This is hell itself. You are in the hell. If you have fear of death, you are in hell. Because this punishment will be given in the hell again and again. Why not to remove the hell from the mind itself and be free of this concept? All are concepts, so get rid of these concepts of death and birth. Having done so, then give rise to a desire for the first time, I want to be free. Then search for a teacher and your work is done. Now you are here. Well done, welcome. You hear your advice, only come here with empty hands. Keep your garbage outside the door. Come with empty hands. Don't bring anything in your hearts, in your mind. Don't ask anything, you see. Sit quiet. Still your mind, still your intellect. Sit for 1 second and you are free. Still mind, stillness of mind, stillness of intellect. No notions, no intentions, and no ideations. Keep quiet. Just for 1 second. I am sure you are free. Because freedom doesn't need any time, because you are always free. This is the bondage, the concept of bondage, which you have superimposed on the mind, has to be brushed aside. Has to be brushed aside by yourself, because you have imposed on the mind that I am bound. Where is the bondage? No one could show it. It's only a concept. And concept will stay as long as you are convinced that this is real. And concepts are real as long as you are dreaming. The snake in the dream, the tiger in the dream, the robber in the dream, who attacks you, you are afraid. This fear is real as long as you are dreaming. But when you wake up, where is the serpent? Where is the tiger? Where are the robber? Because they have disappeared because you wake up now. So you are still asleep, ignorant of your own self. So now you have to wake up here and now. Then only you are out of this long dream of ignorance that I am bound. You have been hearing from your society, from parents, suffering, sorrow, death. Therefore you are simply following like sheep, you see. Don't look towards it. Turn your face towards your own self, once for all. Good luck. Okay. Yes. Very good. You're from?
USA.
US?
US.
What's your name?
Deepesh. Deepesh. Deepesh.
Deepesh.
Deepesh.
Deepesh.
Deepesh.
D-E-E-P-E-S-H.
Yes. What do you want?
I want to be free.
Eh?
I want to be free.
What?
I want to be free.
Free?
Free.
Why? You are a young man. Why you want to be free? Why?
Why?
Huh?
Because
If you say I want to be free, then it means you are bound now, isn't it? If you are bound, show me the chains. Show me the chains, handcuffs. Where are the chains? No. You are binding yourself with these things, you see. Binding. Instead of a man, you want to become a woman. I don't want you to remove because you look better in this. So you are not bound anywhere. No one has chained you. So if you say, I want to be free, you tell me what are the chains? You know? Who has chained you? Who has fettered you? Your own self, you know, and your desire is chains. You want something, this is a chain. I want that, this is a chain. I love that person, this is a chain. So when you remove this, all this, you are free. You're not got to do anything.
there's a fear to die. A fear to die.
Fear to die? Then you want to live then? How long you want to live? Tell me. You have fear to die, so you tell me how long you want to live.
I want to live.
Yeah, you are afraid of death, no?
Yes.
So how long you want to live? How many years you want to live?
I want to go beyond that.
Huh?
I want to go beyond that. I want eternity.
I want to?
Eternity.
Eternity. I want eternity.
Yeah, you want eternity. You want eternity, but then you are afraid of death. If you are afraid of death, how can you be eternal? If you are afraid of death, how can you be eternal? If you are afraid of a sheep, how can you face the tiger? And if you say, I am afraid of death, have you experienced death? Then why you are afraid of it? How can you have fear of something which you have not experienced?
It's, I guess, the picture of it. The picture.
Yes, who gave you this picture? Where did this picture come? This picture must be of the past, and somebody must have told you. Someone has told you that death is a terrible thing, therefore you have formed that picture in your head. Who was this person who told you for the first time?
My parents. Parents.
Parents, yes. And they have formed this picture in your head, and they died also. Grandfathers died, great-grandparents also died, everybody is dying. And those persons who came, they are afraid of death, they have already died, you see. So he who is afraid of death dies. If you are not afraid of death, you cannot die, you see. And what is the death? If you call death, when she comes, she will come, no, one day, because she loves you. She loves all the beings. She has to come. She will take you away. And when she comes, what she will take away? What?
Body.
Body, yes. Body is gone, body will die. So what's left? My body is gone. My body died.
And obviously nothing. Obviously nothing.
Nothing. So this nothing, after removing everything, after removing your shirt, you are already there. After removing your body, then something which is left is eternal. Your house will fall someday, as in the recent earthquake, you see. In Maharashtra, all houses have fallen. So many people have died also. So like this thing, this house is going to collapse one day. This body, this mind is going to die. So when they are gone, you still will stay as you have been. So now itself you have to convince yourself, I am not the house. This house, this bhavan, I am not. I am living in the bhavan. I am in the bhavan, not the walls. I am not touching the walls. I am living in the emptiness of the space of the walls.
Yeah, when I try to convince myself,
You can't convince yourself, you see. You have to stay with a person who will convince you about it, you see. How can you convince? By reading a book, can you become a doctor or an engineer? If a man takes a book, convince himself, now I am a doctor. You have to go to medical college, spend some 7, 8, 10 years to be a good doctor, then only you will be a doctor. Without keeping the company of a doctor, you can't be a doctor. If even you want to become a tailor, you say, I want to convince myself. So there is a cloth, you make your own shirt, can you do it? You can't make the kerchief even. You can't even stitch this border of the stitches. You have to stay with the tailor. And if you want to know how to become a barber, you have to go to the saloon who will tell you how to remove your beard. And you try yourself. And try yourself, you will not be successful, you see. So what I mean is, you need a teacher to know all these arts and a perfect guru to remove this concept of the body. That's all you have to do. You see some people spoke in front of you here. So simply you come, attend satsang, and you will see the change. One satsang, two satsang, three satsang, doesn't matter. You are a young man, first of all, you are a lucky person. You have already a good merit at your back that at this stage you are come here. Isn't it? Your father didn't come to attend my satsang, you know. Nor the mother, nor the uncle. So why you alone are coming here? Why you?
Freedom. Freedom.
Yes, for freedom. So this is your merited persons. Very few will come to attend a satsang. And if there is a tamasha outside, you see 6 billion people are watching the tamasha. Tamasha means the transactions between bodies and bodies. It's called tamasha. And that transaction you have been seeing, your parents are seeing, friends, all the countrymen are involved in tamasha. Why only few are here? They know this tamasha is going to end one day. You can't live with tamasha all the life. Therefore, few of the universe are here. They know they have some discrimination, also some merit, also some grace. Therefore, all these things combined, it's not your choice to come to satsang first of all. You have a push from behind and pull in front. That's why you come. That's how you can come to satsang. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. So first of all, you must be proud of your merits, and that's your karma has brought you here. It's not your choice. The choice of everything is to enjoy the samsara. So you attend simply satsang and keep quiet. I don't want to trouble you. I'm not going to give you any way, any method. Because people who suggest some methods, some way to do this or that, they are not teachers, you see. They may be preachers, preaching some particular sect, sectarians. They cannot be called gurus or teachers, you see. So I don't give you any method, any way to do. Simply sit quiet. When your mind troubles you, come and sit in front of me and tell me, my mind is now troubling, then I will take care of it. You have got to do nothing. When you sit in a plane, you want to go from here to, say, Washington, Delhi, Washington, and you board a plane, do you push it to go? What do you do? What do you do? Simply you sit quiet on the earth and put a belt even, you see. And You stay quiet, and then, you know, some beautiful girl will come and bring a tray of food and drinks to you. So, because you are on board. So you have not to do anything. Even you go towards the tail of the plane, yet you are going forward. Yet you are going forward. You try this thing. The pilot's place is in the front, is it? And for other things, you have to go to the tail of the ship. And when you go to the tail, still you are covering your journey. This is called satsang. Just sit in the plane and you don't do anything. The pilot knows where to take you. He has a map, you don't have a map. How can you travel? Do you have a map? No, you don't. So you keep quiet, sit quietly. You will be carried to your ultimate destination without doing anything. What's your name?
Deepesh.
You're from Brazil?
Japan.
Huh?
Japan.
Japan. In there, Brazil, many Japanese are there.
Yes.
And they are mixed up, many Japanese. But all those Japanese have changed a lot, you see. Changed a lot. They look better, therefore I say immediately. Yeah. Many Japanese come from Brazil, no? So why I am hanging on to this desire? So this desire, as long as you hang on to this desire, you can never be happy. So this I have explained to him, to her also. So give up the desire.
It's very difficult. Difficult to give up.
It's very difficult.
But then it's not impossible, maybe difficult, not impossible.
It's possible. It's possible.
Possible, yes. If anything is possible, when it's very difficult to run 100 meters, very difficult to run 100 meters in 10 seconds, very difficult, no? But someone has done it, you see. It's not impossible. And now, in this Olympics, one man has 9.76. Very difficult, but someone has done it. Only one man in the world has done it. 9.75 is the record now. But there will be someone else also who will run faster than him. Everybody is trying now for the next Olympics to beat this man. Maybe difficult, but not impossible. Who can run this 100 meters? Nobody has run. Everybody cannot run. But one man has done it. If one man has done it, he is a man. Every man can do it, you see. So don't lose your heart. You have to make a stern decision. I am going to do it. Not it's difficult. If you say difficult, then you can't succeed. If you sit for meditation, it's very difficult to sit for half an hour.
It's really difficult because I like the desire. I like to hang on to desire sometimes.
You have?
I like to hang on my desire.
She likes to hang on to her desires. That's why it's difficult, because she likes to hang on to the desires.
So, whatever you like to hang on, you will be successful there. Yes. Yes, yes. Whatever you want to hang on, it will be easy for you to hang on. So who stops you from hanging? Who tells you not to hang? Hang on.
Yes, my mind.
Yes, yes. So listen to the mind then. Mind will always tell you to hang on. And he is hanging 6 billion people. 6 billion people are hanging, and what difference will it make if you are among them? No difference. Then hang on. Yes, hang on, you see. It's lovely to hang on. Everybody is hanging. When they are hanging, they are speaking to each other, you see. I love hanging. The other man laughs. And this is called samsara. Samsara is called hang on. And if you want to cut the rope, then you can do it, you see. You can do it. So nobody can cut the rope, you see. Hanging on. This hanging on, I will tell you a story. There was one man, and he was walking in the forest, and then suddenly he fell into a well. And this well was covered by dried leaves and bushes, because nobody was drawing water from this thing. In old time, it was a small village, but then they shifted it to a nearby city, everybody. So this well was there, he fell into the well. While falling, he found one creeper, which was growing outside but hanging inside. He caught hold of that creeper, and he is now hanging. He is hanging in the well. So, in the well, down he saw in that well there is one crocodile. One crocodile is down in the well. So when he looks at it, he is very much terrified. And up he is hanging, how long he can hang. And while hanging, he saw 2 rats are cutting the same root on which he is hanging, cutting the same root. And then up is 2 rats are cutting the creeper which he is holding, down is a crocodile, and then on the tree there is a honeycomb, and one drop by one drop is falling from the honeycomb, and he opens his mouth and enjoys. Yeah, very sweet honey is falling into the mouth, and he is happy, isn't he? He must be happy. And honey, not purchasing, simply dropping into the mouth, and he is enjoying. Now you tell me, is he enjoying?
That's exactly what I feel.
Huh?
That's exactly what I am.
What?
This is exactly how she feels.
That's what I say. No, everybody I said is hanging because he is getting honey in the mouth. Yes, everybody is enjoying. But down is crocodile, up 2 rats are cutting the root. This everybody forgets. Crocodile means tomorrow. Everybody, you will be swallowed by a crocodile of death tomorrow if you lose. And this is being cut by 2 rats. Which are these 2 rats? Day and night. Day and night. And this creeper which you are holding is called life, which is being cut by day and night. 2 rats will not leave, they have to cut it. And enjoyment is honey which is falling with the sense contacts, you see. Sense contacts. A wise man will know, down tomorrow this crocodile will swallow me. And now, day and night, these rats are cutting this thing. Therefore, how long I can enjoy this drop of honey every day? So the wise man will go up from the same, not caring, still there is a time, go up, and then get at the, climb the tree and get the whole honey itself, you see. Someone will do it. No one has done it, you see. Why not climb up the tree, get the whole honeycomb and enjoy it. What is this honeycomb? Means freedom. Freedom. And you will enjoy this freedom, you see. Honey, like honey. Freedom is like honey, very delicious. Otherwise you are hanging. You will keep on hanging. Because everybody is hanging, you see. And this life is being cut every second. And the day is gone, this day will not come again. This portion is cut of the life. Another night comes, will again cut your life. So these you avoid just now. If you do not know, then you keep hanging, you see. Nobody can save you. One day you have to fall, either in the mouth of the crocodile. All these rats will finish you up there, you see. And you will ultimately fall there. So if you know it, understand it, if wise, jump out of the well. Jumping out of the well means searching for freedom, you see. And if you have taste for freedom, you will enjoy. And this crocodile will not trouble you.
Papaджi, you're telling people to sit in satsang with a realized master. When the guru dies and physical satsang with him is no longer possible, what is the disciple to do next?
If he is a disciple, he will not agree that the master dies. The master was not the body, body dies. But the master never was a body. All the bodies will die. So death of the body, it doesn't matter for the disciple only. Master is something else. And that master is always seated within the heart of a disciple. So he doesn't need anything else. He knows perfectly well, I don't miss my master. It is here and now, always with me. So this is the relation between master and the disciple.
So if the disciple has the attitude that the guru is not the body which just died, he is my own self, then with that attitude, if he is not already realized, he can realize the self after the master's death.
He should not lead. His work is done. Why should he look for another thing? Why should he look? Looking for is, you need a body and mind. So master, when he died, he took away along with him his body and mind. That was the teacher. Any teacher who dies, if he has not taken away his body and mind, that teacher is not to be accepted.